Is it a work? Is it a shoot? Who knows the truth? Welcome to Max Wrestling.
Welcome indeed to Max Wrestling. I am El Jefe. He is the captain, and this week we are all in a bad mood, and I'll tell you all in a second why that is. But coming up tonight, time for CM Punk to challenge John Cena in that forbidden place, Saudi Arabia. Holy 2011, or I should say, holy 2011. I'm jumping ahead here. We're going to actually react to this past Saturday's Money in the Bank as R-Truth is gone, but Ron Killings is very much here. Mercedes Moné has yet another belt, and for some reason, and I'm still trying to figure this one out, Nikki Bella is back. Plus, 2 weeks before Trivia Takeover, we will hear from the world champion, the Travisty. We do know for sure we will hear from the challenger for All For One, and is the man that you know that we love. We call him Beer. So you must make Max Wrestling your home for all things wrestling. Go ahead and tickle that like button, smash that subscribe button. For those who prefer the old-fashioned podcast, head on over to SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And for those who even want a link to send you to all these fun places with a whole bunch of information, head on over to the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Where's my damn drinking?
And it's very beautiful today because it had a fresh makeover this morning, so go check out the freshly painted, redecorated website right now. And yeah,
so fresh.
Nikki Bella is back, and that's exactly why we're in a bad mood. However, right after this, head over to our official Facebook group, Max Wrestling, and don't miss the official Max Wrestling post-show After Max, hosted by our very own Cypher. He is a Grand Slam champion. It was his birthday a couple of days ago. Happy birthday, Cypher, Corey, whatever you want to call him, Flex Murdoch. This week, he'll be coming at you with After Max from the beach, and I am not jealous at all.
I'm jealous.
It's a recap of the show, and it's also a little extension of the show because you never know what's going to happen, who's going to show up, or what is going to be said. So scan the QR code that is on the screen right now. Scan and go after the show.
Hey.
So, we just had Money in the Bank, and R-Truth made his return, or did he? Because we then got a transition on Raw from R-Truth to Ron Killings, and that's a bold move because if you only live in this little WWE bubble, you don't really know Ron the Truth Killings. You only know R-Truth, who's the comedy sideshow act. But Ron Killings, however, is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Ron Killings don't take no shit.
That doesn't, I was gonna say, it's like, if that doesn't give you like a nice little like, oh wait a minute, like Ron Killings, his TNA run, even though I was one to get to it late, was a great one. Like this is a dude who I don't understand. Well, I wouldn't want to say I don't understand why he didn't get more of a push. You got to see the dudes in TNA during this time, but I can understand like why they utilized him. Athletic as all hell, good in ring, good on the mic, obviously. And WWE found a niche with him being a comedy dude. But Truth is gone. Killings is here. I know I popped. The boys talked about it when we did the Money in the Bank review. We all popped. We knew he was good. We knew Truth had to have come. We had to know he was coming back. Had to know he was coming back. There's speculation, wasn't sure. He's back. Everybody pops. I love it. I don't know. You guys watch TNA more than I did, so maybe you know a little bit more about Killings. Like, I'm excited, period. My whole thought process is this is the match you could absolutely set up for SummerSlam. You can make it a massive, massive thing. I like it. I mean, granted, he's not going to win.
No.
He's not going to win, but give him a grand old stage.
Yeah, it's nice that WWE are finally giving him that stage to be taken seriously and not the comedy character or the catchphrase guy or the backstage skit guy or the 24/7 7-Eleven I-95 champion or whatever. Ron the Truth Killings in TNA was... I don't know how to describe him. He was kind of like our Truth in the sense that he would rap his way to the ring and stuff. So he kind of had the same gimmick, but he wasn't as crazy. So he was rolling around in the stable, the Free Live crew with Road Dogg. I forget BG James was his name in TNA.
Yes, BG.
And then eventually Kip James, who was Billy Gunn, and then they turned on each other. And they were working with Conan originally. I think he was in Free Live crew originally with BG James and Truth.
That's hilariously terrible.
And
hilariously terrible.
I'm pretty sure that's where he coined his catchphrase too, which turned into the lyrics for his song where he says, "You can get with this or you can get with that, but you get with this because this is where it's at. What's up?" I'm pretty sure the first time I heard that was in TNA, and it was something he said to, I think 3LK were going up against Team 3D, and he said it in like a promo way to Bully Ray, or Brother Ray as he was known at that time.
Brother Ray.
And then they just walk off, and then Ray turns to Devon and just goes, "Dude, you got to teach me Ebonics."
Okay, I need to go back and watch this. Prime TNA.
Yes, and I think we're probably witnessing Prime Truth. Well, Prime Ron. It's an exciting time to see him being taken seriously because we have to. People like us who know what they've done outside of WWE have to keep reminding people, okay, yeah, he's a comedy act, but he's also a former world champion. Like, don't sleep on him.
Like, yeah, I mean, again, like I said, there's lineage to these guys. Again, even though they were one thing, they could be something different. But this has that different feel. It's the betrayal. And again, I love the story, even though he's technically 6 years older. You know, my childhood hero let me down. You know, it's great. I love it. John Cena wants to destroy wrestling. R-Truth wants to keep it alive. It was a story that was telling itself after the reaction of Saturday Night's Main Event. Like, you just knew that there was more to it. You could give it more. We're getting more, but again, it's got to be SummerSlam. Do not do this in Saudi Arabia. Do not do it.
And then the other big question, whether it's fact or fiction, because Triple H is out there in the press conference going, yeah, it's all part of the show. And then Truth himself is tweeting out, no, it was totally real. They fired me. They listened to you. They brought me back.
See, when you say all this, it makes me think that, like, Truth is that dude. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, no. They went to bat for me. These guys like me. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna, the kayfabe is for real in R-Truth's mind, and I actually love that. But then again, I don't know. Papa H is Papa H. Maybe it's just storyline that the guy's just fucking rolling with it. I'm sure they let him go. Yeah. Whatever, legally, and then recently they've done this before, where they're like, what do you mean he got released just to get re-signed? Yeah, this is not the first time.
No, and even when Braun Strowman got released, we heard pretty quickly that they've released him, but they kind of agreed they're going to bring him back when they need him.
Yep.
So
same thing here.
Yeah, but it's just a weird situation. Like, if you watch it, it plays itself perfectly as a storyline. You could absolutely buy it all as kayfabe. Like, they released him, they brought him back like a week later. Same thing happened with Punk almost. Like, when he won the title, he walked out Money in the Bank, but signed a new contract, and then he was back a week or two later.
Mm-hmm. So, again, they've done similar things to this before.
Yeah.
So
we just never quite know what to believe.
Yeah, that's I get. Yeah, we can definitely go with that one.
As far as Money in the Bank goes, though, absolutely kicking myself because I sat here last week and I called Naomi winning. They're gonna push her, and then like a couple of hours before the show, I flipped. Nah, actually, you know what? I think they're gonna go with Rhea because Rhea was getting all the reactions.
Yeah.
Any single time she popped up on screen, there was a pop. Even in a match, anytime she popped in the ring, there was a pop. Like,
no matter
everybody
what.
was behind Rhea Ripley. So I kind of thought maybe they're going to go with her. But like we also said last week, she doesn't need the briefcase.
No, but again, it would have been her first one.
Yeah.
You know? And as a Spurs fan, I know how it clamor. You know, you clamor for that first one of the first, you know, the first time in a while type of shit. You know what I mean? The build up is ridiculous for her. She'll get one probably next year. I said that Naomi was like the people's pick. That's the one everyone's behind right now. Everyone loves the idea of Naomi doing it. I still truly stand behind the idea of giving it to Alexa Bliss, being some kind of catapult for the Wyatt Six, but that's fine. That's fine. I just want them on television. That's just me. Perhaps I'm alone. But Naomi's not a bad spot. It's not a bad spot. I'm just curious on who she would cash in on. Or she's going to be one of those where she's like, I'm going to go get the NXT women's title or something.
I think it's got to be Tiff because I don't really see anybody else taking it off Tiffany. She's already beaten Nia Jax twice. She's beat Charlotte at WrestleMania. You don't really get much more of an honor than that.
No, that's massive. Especially in this company.
I figured the only way Tiffany can lose it is either through chicanery or somebody cashing in. Or Naomi could even be the first female to fail a cash-in because she's still got that beef with Jade. She had a little bit of a war of words with Bianca recently too, so that there's still unfinished business there. It wouldn't surprise me if, knowing this company, if they gave Naomi the briefcase and then she was the first one to fail on a female cash-in.
Oh God, it sucks, but yeah, I can see. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm going to be the optimist.
Don't do it like that.
I don't want to see it. But you're not wrong. There's bound to be one, and right now it's Tiffany Stratton, and who's our other champion right now?
Io,
that's right. Oh, come on now. Io is one of the, like, they built her so strong, like it's going to take somebody massive to beat her. I don't think she would lose on a cash-in. So, yeah, no, it's either Tiffany or bust, and at this point, yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards bust.
Because, like, Tiffany also won her title from a cash-in, so it would be poetic either way if somebody cashed in on her, or if she was just too smart, like, that's what I did. It's not going to work on me.
Yeah, I could see the first way where, like, you turn into it, and it's like, okay, well, I cashed in on, I won to cash in, you won to cash in, now let's make a feud out of it, you know what I mean? Build something out of it. Sure, I guess it's just kind of hodgepodge in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Phoenix or Mike are going to have to do some research because I'm thinking now, has anybody ever cashed in and won a title and then lost their title by a cash-in? I don't think it's ever happened before.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let me know. Let me know.
Something that. Or Chris, you do some research. Anybody in the comments, if you know this for a fact, because it sounds like a very good statistic.
It does, though.
As for the men's, no shock whatsoever. The writing was on the wall for Seth Rollins to win.
Well, yeah. You see Braun Breaker coming out there all snappy dressed in this nice shirt, and then he just starts walking, and then like a fucking goddamn sports car, 100 fucking miles an hour out of nowhere, kills a man, gets up, doesn't mess up a single button. Not a single button. Does it again, kills some other fucking loser. This guy is fucking incredible. And then I know I'm jumping to fucking Raw or whatever. Then he's just barking.
Yeah.
He's just standing there and he just starts barking. And I'm like, what the? You're turning into your dad, and I love it.
And at the same time, he's a genetic freak like his uncle.
Oh my God.
Braun Breaker is a perfect specimen.
There might be a new alpha male of our species, Brock.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And also this rumor that keeps going around that Limp Bizkit are going to do a new theme song for him. I've not seen anything official from WWE. All I've seen is the same post by a bunch of different fan groups.
Bro.
But it would be cool.
Bro. Give me one. You know why? You want to know why? So there's two reasons why I have to have this. One, just think about how badass that would be. Just let's just get that awesome thought in there. And then two, this would totally open the door for people getting custom fucking ring songs from legit artists and not fucking Def Rebel.
Please.
Oh my God. Because I'm deaf.
If you think Limp Bizkit can't do wonders for somebody, they worked with the fucking Undertaker.
Bro.
You put a rap rock song on the Undertaker and he still looked cool as hell.
Do you know how over that shit was? Oh my God. I remember when that was like one of the biggest songs in the fucking world. And that was half because of how good it was and how fucking more popular Taker got for being Biker Taker.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What did he have before that? Because he had like...
Dead Man Walking.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
It was like real slow.
Didn't he debut the American Badass gimmick with Rollin'?
Yes. And then they ended up making him an American Badass song.
Yeah. All of which were cool. All of his American Badass themes were cool. But Rollin' was on another level.
Oh, dude. Again, if we could get it for one dude, it's going to open the door for other dudes. And, like, you're going to tell, like, so think about it like this. I love Seth's current theme. I do. But if, like, Braun gets one from Limp Bizkit, you're going to tell me, the guy that fucking loves all these fucking bands. And then he's, on top of that, guys from fucking Iowa, which is, like, the land of fucking... was it punk metal music or punk rock music, whatever the fuck you call it these goddamn days. He's gonna have like fucking bands lining up. Devil Wears Prada, fucking probably a Trade. Like you can name a bazillion bands, and he's gonna have them lined up. But again, that just opens the door for fucking everybody.
You think Rhea Ripley would have done it because yes, it's a Def Rebel theme, but it's also Motionless in White.
Hello.
And
hello.
Raw's on Netflix now, so even if it's just once, can we get Braun Breaker using break stuff?
Oh, one time. Just one time. Once. Actually, I think, oh, God, that might fit perfectly.
Yeah, especially the bridge.
That might fit.
And
oh, my God.
Don't mute out the F-bomb, because it's going to be perfect.
If there's like I gotta work on. If I'm not, I'm gonna try my damn self. But if somebody else can fucking just make a fucking cool entrance of Braun Breaker, switch it with fucking break stuff, that'd be sweet. I want to see it. I can visualize it, but I gotta hear it now.
I can probably do something.
That'd be fucking dope.
The men's match was pretty crazy though, because like you said, we had Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed get involved, and then we had the fucking Bloodline get involved, and then the Ultimate Betrayal. Which we knew was coming, but I didn't even think about it happening at Money in the Bank.
I hate you.
Jacob turning on Solo. He didn't quite say the line, though. He's supposed to say, I hate you, Solo. He just said, I hate you.
He's like, I hate you. And I'm like, oh, damn. He means business.
I gotta say, though, Solo has become one of the most entertaining people for me to watch on SmackDown. Just his mannerisms, his facial expressions.
Yes.
Where the fuck was this Solo 3 years ago? Just stood there all fucking moody.
Finding his own, apparently. But no, guys, he's got it. I'm so glad this is over. This Jacob Fatu is going to go on a goddamn tear on his own for a bit, which is fucking sweet. But it was great. I loved it. I was like, oh no, come on, I don't want more bloodline crap. And then he's like, gets a half a step up, grabs his leg. I hate you, and I'm like, fucking hell yeah! And I popped so hard.
And then he smashed the shit out of him.
Yes, he did. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's probably going to go into SummerSlam. Solo and Jacob.
Perfect.
There was a lot of spots in the men's match. That fucking Gable Americano spot from the outside to the ladder to the inside was nuts.
This dude bumping all over the place. It's like you just got done. It literally just left one part of LA wrestling Vikingo to fucking show up over here as Grande Americana and just you're not even wrestling another dude. You're just fucking taking all the bumps. All the bumps. Which I'm just like, why do you hate Chad Gable so much? Like, why do you do this to this man? This man is a treasure.
Must be a name
He is
thing.
out like he's so great. I love this guy. But it's fine.
It's
ass off.
It's punishment for his first name.
Hey, we all got to pay a price. It's his price to pay.
Yes.
Change his fucking whole name. Just leave him Grande Americana for the rest of his life.
So going on to Raw, we've got Cena, Punk for the WWE title. No, it's not 2011. It's 2025. We knew it was going to happen at some point, that we were going to get Cena and Punk. Would not in a million years have called it happening in Saudi Arabia.
I can imagine Triple H's face. He was like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, you want this match?" Oh, he's like, "Oh yeah, cool. Hey, go look at the calendar." Ah, what the fuck, Hunter?
Is that a house show? No, that's Saudi.
Nah. he's like, what's SA? Is that San Antonio? Nope.
Sacramento? Nope.
Nope. Like, oh, come on. Oh, gosh, dude. Yeah, I think it was inevitable. I don't want to. No, it was inevitable. This wasn't an inevitability. That's the fun big word I was looking for. That we were going to get a Cena versus Punk for the belt. Punk ain't winning. I just think it's hilarious how he got his arm twisted to go to Saudi. Which is, yeah. I get it. You know, he bitched about it forever ago, and now not even forever ago, but he bitched about it, and now he's got to go anyway. You know.
Yeah, but
made your bed, now you got to lie in it.
It's the same with the shit that Tom Felton's been getting this week for non-answering a question about J.K. Rowling, and it's just like you don't have to share the same views to, you know, do the job.
Right.
Like, the guy made millions off a franchise created by somebody, so obviously he's grateful. Doesn't mean he agrees with him. Same with Punk. Yeah, he's making a lot of money from this match.
Fun ton of money.
And he always said he'd never go. But at the same time, that doesn't mean he suddenly agreed with all of their laws and shit.
Yeah, he's just like, they suckered me.
Yeah.
It's happened to the best of us.
I think that's the only match we've got announced for Night of Champions, because obviously they're doing the King and the Queen of the Ring tournaments again.
Yeah.
And
which is a good idea.
At the top of my head, only Roxanne Perez has qualified for the women so far.
Damn. When is Night of Champions?
It's in 2 weeks. It's the same weekend that we're doing Trivia Takeover, so we'll be doing predictions at Takeover for Night of Champions.
Fucking hell, mate. They better catch up.
Yeah, because we've only had 2 qualifiers so far. One for the men's, one for the women's. I'm guessing we're going to get it.
This week is Raw.
Well, Raw's only 2 hours again now, and SmackDown's been extended to 3 hours, so we're probably going to get a couple of matches on SmackDown.
Okay. Yeah, they'll figure it out. But damn, 2 weeks.
And I don't know who to put my money on for the men or the women. I think Nia Jax was an easy pick last year. They were pushing the hell out of her for some reason. So looking at tournaments. Oh, Sami Zayn qualified for the men's, and yeah, Roxanne Perez is the only one that's qualified for the women's. So
damn. 2 weeks out, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a last minute booking of the tournaments, because I've never seen a King of the Ring like this before, or Queen of the Ring like this before, where the qualifiers are all fatal 4-ways, and then it goes straight to the semifinals and then the final.
Yeah.
So on
Weird.
SmackDown, we're getting Jade Cargill,
Michin,
Nia Jax, and Piper Niven in a fatal 4-way.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Jade.
Yeah.
Jade might actually win it.
So we're gonna have fatal 4-ways to lead to a tournament.
So the first round are fatal 4-ways, then the semifinals are 1-on-1, and then the finals 1-on-1. It's weird. It's like this
fucking weird.
This would have made sense as like the first 16 in 1-on-1 matches, but they quickly realized, shit, we've only got 2 weeks to book this thing.
I mean, in reality senses, you could fill the entire Saudi Arabia card with a fucking King of the Ring tournament, like how they used to do it, where you just, these are the people in the brackets, you have your series of matches, and you go on to crown the fucking King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
That would have worked fucking great, and then you have Punk and Cena. Ta-da!
I do like this, though, in the men's, there's one vacant spot, which we're going to get on Raw next week. So it's Bronson Reed, Rusev, Sheamus, and then TBA. I can't think who TBA, unless it's Truth. Put Killings in there.
Hey, why not? Why not be Truth?
I can't think of anybody else
right now. I mean, if it's a TBA, nobody's been announced. I don't know if you want to put a new. I'm sure there's somebody with new momentum you could throw in there, but who better than Ron Killings right now? Yeah,
and the other interesting thing is Cody's in the tournament. He'll have his fatal 4-way a week tomorrow on SmackDown against Andrade, Priest, and Nakamura.
Oh crap! Now I kind of want Priest to win. But I mean, yeah, they'll get it figured out. Again, Truth is just, he's what it is right now. He is what, he's what the attention is at.
Yeah.
Why not? King of the Ring, and then you go on to fucking wrestle John Cena at SummerSlam. Cool.
It'd be great if the final was Ron and either Cody or Sami. Oh wait, Cody's gonna be in the semifinal. Give me Ron Killings and Sami Zayn in the final. Because I'm guessing Sami Zayn's going to be in the final because it's Saudi Arabia. But it's unusual, but I do like this concept of a fatal 4-ways in the first round.
Yeah, they tell you that you should quit trying. You were too small and you were too young. They tell you the chance is too slim, the world is too big, but you say how come? I'm ready to light a new fire, raise a new flag across a new sea. And if I'm ever the one in your way, then put your head down and run right through me.
The wounds I suffered at Full House are starting to heal. Last week, Mr. Anderson, the catastrophe himself, decided to cry and bitch you could not be in the Iron Bank Challenge. Well, let me tell you something, boy. If you would have done the right thing, you wouldn't be in this predicament. You could have easily surrendered. You could have easily could have surrendered the championship to Cap. You could have surrendered it to face Cap at Promo Slam. But no! You had to do the wrong decision, which now leads you to being disqualified from the Iron Man contract match that's happening in a few weeks, which I am going to win for the second year in a row. And Trav, I also saw what you put about I have a decision to make. It's either we face each other in a cinematic match, or we're going to go by TV rules. Okay? And also you said that if I lose, then my brothers will not be able to challenge for the World Championship while you are champion. I know the old saying is blood is thicker than water, but I am prepared to put everything on the line. You see, last year at All For One at Wembley Stadium, you saw it last year, you sat on your ass and saw that me and Cap went to war. And this year, that this family is now reunited. And Trav, we're going to go TV rules. Because I don't know if you can recall and if you actually did not listen to what happened. That the promo I gave you was my second promo. I went 6 minutes, over 6 minutes to punk your bitch ass out. So what are we going to do it All For One? Okay? So, your longest reigning Max champion, and still the defending champion in my heart. We're gonna go TV rules, bud. TV rules, bud. How about when I beat you at All For One, and then when you won your rematch against me the week after? How about this? If I beat you twice, which I know I'm going to, you will never challenge for the World Championship while I'll be champion. Throw your cards on the table. How about you put everything on the line? I'm going to put everything on the line for me and the Dragon Club in our bloodline. Remember when you took my place and you thought for one moment that you could breathe the same breath as the dragon? Son, you ain't got a fucking idea about how the Welsh dragon breathes. So Trav, I will see your ass All For One. And when I beat you, and then I beat you again the week following, you will never, ever challenge for that World Championship while I hold everything. Because we are going to take everything from the Brothers of Trash Destruction. And we are going to prove why we are the dominant force. Why we are on top. You may have won the first battle, but my man, you are not gonna win the war. I'll see you at All For One. Amar Ahid. Bitch.
It's the one night a year where trivia takes over.
It sounds crazy, but I got it.
And only the strongest survive.
The Iron Bank is mine!
Max Wrestling presents Trivia Takeover 10, June 26th on YouTube and all podcast platforms.
What's up, guys? This is Cypher here live at Carolina Beach. Make sure you stay tuned right after the show for After Max at the Beach. Host by me. I'll see you after the show.
Welcome back to Max Wrestling. I am your captain. He is El Jefe, speak his name, and he appears. Once again, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, follow us on all podcast platforms, and make sure you visit the new and improved maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Trivia Takeover 10 is just 2 weeks away, and it is the new home of the annual Iron Bank Challenge. 4 competitors fight it out for the briefcase that guarantees them a shot at the title of their choice for up to a year, or to book themselves in the main events of Promo Mania next year.
That's right, but we are still going to squeeze in some promo action because, that's how we get down around here. As it is, Blade Rodriguez will defend his beautiful television championship against the former 2-time television champion Cypher as they square off for the first time ever. The North Carolinians going to battle just on the other side of the state.
Let's go. It all goes down in 2 weeks on June 26th. We will also be predicting WWE's Night of Champions from Saudi Arabia. And for more information, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/takeover for more information.
Run for Your Life is the official Trivia Takeover 10 theme song from the Captain's Revenge, taken from the very first album, Monster. Like all of Captain's Revenge music, it is available everywhere you can get music, including Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, the goddamn Wix. All right, let's go to last night on Dynamite. The second week in a row, we get a goddamn 4-hour show. This one was called Summer Blockbuster, but again, it's just Dynamite and Collision. Your boy's not doing all that work right now. However, all that work was done by Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland as they opened up the fucking show with a 30-minute draw. And these guys, first off, they went to war in the fullest way. You kind of were like, at least I was anticipating a big finish. Somebody had to get a win. They were like, ain't happening. These guys are just going to go to war and completely tear the fucking house down. But Swerve Strickland hits the stomp. Will Ospreay rolls outside. The bell rings. Everybody's disappointed. But he's like, this is where the best wrestle. So he's like, but we have to be able to finish matches. Let's go to sudden death. The crowd gets hyped. And, of course, that's when the Moxie Murder Crew come out and do just that. They start murdering folk. Young Bucks come out too. EVP trigger to Swerve. Hits a super kick on Nana. They handcuff Swerve to the fucking ring post. Beat the dog mess out of him. They put on his new shoes, and I'm guessing these are also by Reebok because I'm pretty sure the Young Buck shoes are Reeboks. And these have thumbtacks on them. And Ian Riccaboni deserves a medal for this. He, as the consumer that he is, a pair of shoe guy that he is, he informs the world these are not how the shoes are made. These are not how the shoes will come. They're not going to come out of the box with spikes on the bottom. I absolutely love that. As they're getting ready to hit Swerve, Will Ospreay comes in, takes the bullet. He legit broke his nose within the first 30 seconds of this match. I don't know what happened. It's a legit broke nose. We go to the back where Okada is talking with Renee Paquette. She's asking about the upcoming match at All In Texas. Don Callis walks in and goes right up to Okada and asks, how come you're in the fucking match with Kenny and not Kyle and not Kyle Fletcher or Takeshita? And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, well, Kenny beat them both. So, and here's the other fun caveat. It's title for title, and none of these guys have a title. So that's just my thought process. Okada gets mad at him, so he took his finger and tries to break it. That's when I forgot who in the back was it. Oh yeah, Lance Archer was like, I wouldn't do that. Just kind of puts his arm on him or whatever. So he looks at Don Callis, bitch, walks away. Perfectly said. We realize that the Hurt Syndicate has murdered yet another luchador. and then demasked him. So Commander is dead, but apparently he's got a legit injury. I have no idea what it is. It's something worth looking up, though. But he'll be off television for a while. Then we get Mystico versus Blake Christensen as we are trying to give Mystico a little bit of the spotlight because next week he will go one-on-one with MJF in Arena Mexico. Here's the fucking problem, though. Blake Christensen is so damn good, he outshines everyone, even in a losing effort. So Mystico is trying to look like a star, and fucking Blake Christensen is just outdoing him. And it's awesome. And it's great, and I need way more Blake Christensen, even though he loses to Mystico via Spanish Fly. We end up getting, this Hurt Syndicate come out, and I don't know what the fuck happened. I forgot. I'm trying to remember what happened for us to get here. Oh, that's right. They go out there to go fucking confront Mystico. MJF is they're just booing the shit out of him now. I want to call it the Dom treatment, but it's nowhere near as bad. So they're just booing the shit out of MJF. All in all, he calls Mystico a sloppy Sin Cara because if the reality is, if you know the story, the current Mystico was the original Sin Cara, which I forget who that was. I don't want to say Hechicero because Hechicero is a newer name. Anyway, the reality is, it's just, yes, the former WWE Sin Cara is now Mystico, which is fine. It's not a problem. It's fine. Hell, fucking Masker Dorada used to be, oh my God, I'm blanking on him. Grand Metalik. There it is. So there you go. A little history for you folks out there. And then we get a just impromptu three-way because Mystico ends up getting into a scuffle. Oh, no, sorry, not a scuffle. Gets out of there. And we end up getting Masker Dorado, Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey. I've been realizing something about the Hurt Syndicate, and I don't necessarily hate it. It's just it's going to be off-putting. So MJF is in there, and he'll sell for Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey, and Masker Dorado. He's getting thrown around, hit around, whatever. He'll sell. The Hurt Syndicate come in and they murder folk. They are not selling for shit. And this has kind of been a caveat with fucking WWE dudes. And this is definitely one of them. So it's just kind of a little weird. Whatever. MJF picks up the dub. Hurt Syndicate pick up the dub. Whatever you want to call it. And we're going to build towards next week in Mexico. And then we get what we thought was supposed to be a Hangman segment. And it's interrupted by the fucking not the Hurt Syndicate, by the Moxley Murder Crew. And they bring him out, and he's handcuffed, and they're just telling him, you don't be the millennial cowboy, be the one that everyone is searching for. You're supposed to be the hero. All this crap. He ends up getting saved by the ops, just for Hangman to vow, I'm going to get you, and then never gets them. As far as we know, he never got it. So it was a vow that was broken. Poor Hangman. Megan Bain, Penelope Ford versus TJ, Anna Jay, and Ty Mello. First time she's been back in 2 years, Ty Mello.
Yeah.
And she looked pretty good. I actually kind of really liked this match. I heard some guff about it. I thought it was well worked. Superb, video package recap for those who have no idea of the New Japan history between Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega. This was a fucking masterpiece of 6 minutes. I fucking loved it. And then we get the contract signing led by Tony Schiavone, who's there. Both belts are there. They introduced the unified title. I'm not the biggest fan of the name. But the belt design, outstanding. The thing is gorgeous. Somebody tried to make fun of it, said it looked like a bigger version of the women's title. I said, go kiss my ass. This thing looks sick. This thing looks like a modified version of one of the earlier New Japan World Championship belts. So it's I love this. It's great. Omega has words with Okada, and that's when fucking Don Callis comes out. Why is Don Callis here? Kenny tells him basically to fuck off. He's like, there's a reason why Kyle's not here. There's a reason why Takeshita's not here. I beat them both, and I've moved on. You should too. I know all your fucking tricks, but apparently he's got a new trick up his sleeve, which is somehow pry the elite's biggest export, if you will, or import, if you will, and taking Okada, because Okada's going to have Don Callis in his corner come all in Texas. And I just don't. I wanted to like it because, like, the history that they have, and, you know, just adding another layer to the Kenny thing, and then another layer to Kenny and Okada. But at the same time, I'm just like, why? Why do we have to do this? Why does Don Callis have to be a part of this? Why do you have to stack the odds against each other when the reality is you can simply just give these guys 45 minutes and they'll take it and they'll tear the fucking house down. They're going to have to rebuild the Alamo after these fucking guys, you know what I mean, are done in Texas. That's how fucking crazy this is going to be. But you added in a caveat that didn't need to be there. Now I'm a little skeptical. I'm not incredibly skeptical. I don't completely hate everything that's going on. I just don't truly get what Don Callis, outside of the stupid obvious, what his fucking role is even there for. Like, why? What is the point? And then within that same breath, who's got Kenny's back? Because if he's got the whole Don Callis family up his ass, who's got his back?
All right, before the internet crashes out on us again, let's put some points on the board because we have two of them. One's nice, one's not so nice, but we always check them twice. It is time for the bell end board.
Just whack these guys with a wooden spoon one time.
A bell end? You're a bell end, mate. Look, bell end 1, bell end 2, big veiny bell end over here.
Okay, there
right,
is...
Go ahead, you got some?
There's a few people on triple figures. So we got Tony Khan, Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, Elon Musk, Bobby. I think that was an idiot who wrote something online. Mercedes Moné obviously is on 100.
There's a bunch of folks.
Somebody else is going to join the board straight on 3 figures right now. And that's Nikki Bella. Give her 100 points because no fucker wanted you back.
Not a 1. Oh my god. I gotta tell this story.
Oh, actually,
I was walking through my living room, had my computer up, and I was watching Money in the Bank. As I'm watching Money in the Bank, I look and it says Nikki Bella is returning, and I'm like, what? Oh no, it wasn't that Money in the Bank, it was Raw. I was like, what the hell's going on? Nobody wants her back. And I went on this whole little rant about how, like, when you're fucking desperate for money, you're coming back to this company that you swore up and down you weren't going to be a part of no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get beautifully informed that she has to pay alimony and possibly child support. So I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a reason why you're back, darling. And it makes the sense. It makes the sense. And also the dollars.
Yeah, it makes sense on her side, but it doesn't make no sense for anybody else.
I rock with the hundos. I rock with that hundo points.
Actually, she's already on the board with 5 points. I didn't even realize. So she's now at 105.
Like mom somewhere that's like, oh my god, Nikki Bella. There's like 2 people who are excited Nikki Bella's back, and one of them is Nikki Bella. And obviously the internet, because it froze again, because that's how the internet works. So excited it crashes.
It's gonna be funny on the show though, because I can still hear everything Moses is saying, but he can't hear anything I'm saying, so it looks kind of natural on the show. But now Moses froze, so there we go.
Oh, okay. Well, then 105 works for me. Fuck it. Give her as many as we can.
Same shitty voice, can't stand her. Get off my TV. Nobody asked for it. And I'm probably going to give some points to Liv on the other board for hitting that Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Let's see. Did we get anybody? Did Chris send us anybody? Let's do the Chris move here real quick. I know he sent something.
He sent a voice clip.
The Chris, yeah. Oh, come on, Chris.
He pulled the mic.
Pull the mic. He did on the mic. Oh God. Vince McMahon has launched a new company. Why?
I hate to do this.
Okay, I don't give a shit.
but I gotta give Becky Lynch 10 points for wearing a Miss Rachel t-shirt. You literally could have wore anything. The Wiggles, fucking Bluey. But no, Miss Rachel.
Hey!
Not Miss Rachel. I'm still having therapy for Miss Rachel. So,
Bluey,
sorry, Becky.
Bluey's where the money's at.
Absolutely.
Bluey's where the money's at. He wants me to give Vince some points for starting a new company. I'll give 25 points to Vince for just being Vince. Let's just do that, just for the fun of it. His former competitor's going to get 20 points, and that being Tony Khan, because I just don't understand the Okada and Don Callis connection. I just don't get it. Maybe next week I'll get it. Maybe in a month I'll get it. But right now I just don't get it. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Feels too weird. Feels forced. Forced is all fucking hell.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it does bring a legitimate star to the Don Callis family, but it just feels fucking weird because he's the part of the elite, or at least that's what I thought. So TK will get 20 for that, and that'll lead me directly into a bit of realism outside of pro wrestling for a second. And that is the utter shambles that is the burning city of Los Angeles as it's being torched to the ground by illegal. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm talking out the side of my fucking face because it's a lie. It's a lie. I want to give 150 fucking points to the dickhead known as Donald Trump, the only fucking nerd to ever take a fucking stunner and somehow run our fucking country at this point straight into the fucking ground, because to him every fucking Mexican needs to be deported back to Mexico, even though I was fucking born here, and so were many more of us. And the ones that are here illegally, whether you fucking like it or not, bro, they help put the fucking food on your plate. They help ensure that Mackie D's gets their fucking supply order so you can go get your fucking Diet Coke and 2 large fries, you fat piece of shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. When we peacefully are protesting against illegal immigration and the lack of due process for people, we are met with riot shields, rubber bullets, reporters being shot, tear gas, the fucking active duty military being brought in, active duty Marines, guys that are trained for war overseas to protect us from foreign bodies, not from each other. They were brought in because the police stood by because they know what a peaceful protest was. And that's all it ever is. It's a peaceful protest. But apparently, if you lighten up my complexion a bit, and I storm the fucking nation's Capitol building and take it over, take pictures and offices and I get released. I get pardoned of all my sins because I was peacefully protesting.
Jericho's wife.
Back of the fucking shits. So 150 to Trump. I can't. I always talk about the UK media and how they lay it out on the fucking line when shit over here is looking bad. I can't wait to listen to some fucking UK media to this morning. I tell you what, boy, I'm gonna have me a giggle. Oh, I'm gonna have me a giggle or two.
Yay. It seems it seems kind of redundant for me to go from that to this.
Took a lot. Is there anybody else we're shitting on? I'm
yeah,
trying to be nice right now.
There is, but it seems kind of silly for me to go from that to this. So, 25 points to Triple H. I'm sorry, Papa, but you've gone from cool Papa H to I don't really trust you right now. From the whole shit with Truth to bringing back Nikki Bella to stripping Jay of the world title so soon. I don't get a lot of the decisions Triple H is making right now. A lot of it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Points deserved. A lot of that's just questionable stuff. The Nikki Bella one for sure. I I don't know if it's disrespect to Jay or if somebody in the back realized that Gunther is a just better champion. But then again, is he really? Is he really? Is he really?
I mean, we
I
sat here
don't know.
going.
I'm just trying to think of how fucking over Jay is. Yeah. I if I can add to that, can we up that to like 40?
Yeah.
Because it's now that the brain's rolling on that, yeah, dude, Triple H deserves some simple points for some what we thought were easy moves, easy decisions. I don't know why you put Gunther and Jay so quickly back to fucking together, but right after a pay-per-view, nonetheless.
Jay's fucking son was there too. You choked him out and dropped his title in front of his son. Alright, so clearly we're going to have to speed up the end of this show. And I'm going to finish off the Bell End board then with 500 points. I don't even know who the provider is. BT, I think. For the shitty internet connection the last 2 weeks, motherfuckers. We're trying to do a world-class fucking podcast with Sam fucking Roberts. Shit. 500 points
we haven't
to
dropped
BT.
that line in a while, but it fits perfectly.
Alright, so before we inevitably lose the signal again, let's chop to the other board. It is time for the Bruv board. Bruv.
Brother.
Good points.
Gotta go straight to Ron
Good
Killings.
points. Yeah. Give me.
How long's he been in WWE now? On and off for 25 years. So 25 points to truth.
Yeah. I was just going to say, 2000. Easy 25, no problem. Truth's the man. Good for him. Who else can we get? I want to give Steph 15. I thought that was a super solid performance at Money in the Bank, even though he got all the help. But the 15 points is more because he taught Braun Breaker to bark on command. So I just thought that was awesome.
I'm gonna drop 20 points to Stephanie Vacker for wrestling. What was it? 3 matches in 2 days.
Yeah, fucking outstanding, this young lass. Goodness.
No, and one of them was a ladder match.
Yes.
And another one was in a different country.
I mean,
so she wrestled Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank in the same day.
Yeah.
Because Worlds Collide was in the morning, wasn't it? That's nuts.
No. So let me piece this for you. So Worlds Collide was happening at the LA Forum. The Kia Forum in LA. And about 20 to 30 minutes away was Money in the Bank. I forget where in LA Money in the Bank was exactly, but 20, 30 minutes away. So she wrestles in this match in the Forum, beelines it over, and I do mean beelines it because the women's Money in the Bank match opened the show. So, yeah, that's why, I was making the comments about Senor Gable and his whole adventure because they said traffic was a bitch. Money in the Bank was kind of empty for a while because the reality is half of that fucking crowd was going to this show too, and just the traffic in LA is shit as it is, and then you add congestion because we're trying to go to this show. Get out of the way.
Yeah, I was going to say the arena did look so empty, and all you could see was the lights in between the seats.
Yes. I was like, why does everything look so empty in the background? But then it filled up. Again, traffic is a bitch.
Who else deserves some points? Liv. I said I'd give Liv some points.
Liv.
20 points to Liv for hitting the Oblivion on Nikki Bella and also dropping some nice bombs on her on the mic.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
I mean, obviously it's scripted, but still. Liv had some venom in that promo.
Exactly. Liv's got it, bro. They're holding her back. She's holding herself back. I don't know. Somebody's holding her back, but good shit. Good on her. Who else can we give? No, I don't like the design that much. Skip. Will and Swerve. I'm gonna give them both 10 points just for
Great match.
putting on a banger because hey, it's Dynamite. Good enough reason, I think.
I was going to comment actually on the new Unified title because I had the same thought. It looks like an enlarged version of the original Women's World title, and I made the same joke.
A little bit.
Like AEW said, what do you think of the new title? And I commented, it looks great on Riho. But then you see the HD version, and it looks so much better. So I'm sure it's a grower.
Yeah, exactly.
I also like the touch of having Okada and Kenny's finishers on the side plates.
Yeah, I think that's a good little measure, which I hope that doesn't go away.
Yeah, keep
This
it.
needs to be just a belt where the only thing that changes is the fucking nameplate.
Yes. Now, we give Rhea Ripley 10 points every week by default, but I'm going to give her 15 this week. She gets an extra 5 for taking that devil's kiss on the ladder.
Oh, my God. What a fucking spot.
That move is so over. And the thing is, it's not even a new move. It's been around for years. The women have always used the devil's kiss, but Stephanie Vacker has made it her own.
Dude, what a talent. What a talent she is. TK is fumbling another one, I swear to you. It's all his fault, but it's not at the same time.
Well, thank you to Mercedes for making her look letting her look so good.
Right? Letting her. Thank you for not injuring her. Let's go with that one. Oh, my goodness. And since we're anything else?
I mean, I'm tempted to give Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa points, but they're just kissing each other every week.
Every week. I'm not mad at it.
It's just practically HLA at this point.
Yes.
That's a throwback. So yeah, fucking 5 points to Mina and Tony.
Why not?
I mean,
Men. Or simple creatures.
Ooh, I think that's about it for the board.
Yeah. I think so as well. That's about it. All right. Well, since the boards are nice and filled up, we want to thank y'all for joining us, and we appreciate you hanging out. But before we close the show, I'll tell you what the boys at the TSK got going down. And as of right now, our biggest venture, if you will, is we did start our own little spot on the YouTube page. We did TSK All F in Day. All MF in Day? I think it's All MF in Day. I got to double check. The link will be down in the description. Don't trip, tater chip. But go over there, check it out. We do have some older archived episodes up. We did drop the Double or Nothing review on there. We are going to re-upload it right here on the Max. For some of those who didn't catch it over there, can check it here too. That'll be something sweet. But we do have a couple of things in the works. And one of the things that we have in the works is we're considering doing like Dynamite reactions, trying to do like a little 20-minute show. Maybe everybody gets 5-6 minutes to talk about how they felt about that episode of Dynamite. And that could be something that we could start here hopefully in the next week or so. It's not a for sure, but it's something that's definitely in the works. Another thing that is for sure coming, because we scheduled it once and got put off, but the weekend is coming, and that's when most people are free. The TSK plans to fix AEW, and we're going to let you know just how we would do that in our upcoming episode. More than likely going to be more than one. Got to keep your ears and eyes peeled out for that one. Other than that, got the footy. Footy's coming back. Footy's coming back with a new intro, a new background, a new logo, a new all kinds of shit. There's so much going down with the footy, but it's finally going down. Yes, we're going to talk the MLS. I'm sorry for those out there who are like, but I see the stuff. I know what you see in the background, okay? Yes, I follow all the English footy. I know I get it, but we got to talk about the hometown club, because that's what I've learned about this. You got to follow your town no matter what. You can love another team from the other side, but you still have to follow your town. So I got to talk about my town, San Diego FC, as we're guys on the international break. We just had a fucking international friendly against a great team from Mexico, and we whooped that ass. So definitely going to have some talk about that. Going to talk about a striker that has to be there. Speaking of positions, It's the transfer window on the English side. So we got to talk about that. We got a new coach here at fucking Tottenham Hotspur. I'm not loving it. I did love Big Ange instead, but maybe Frankenball is just where it is. But you know where it is? It's all on the socials, because that's where you're going to figure out when and how we drop all this other fun stuff. And that includes the music that we bring to you. That includes all the episodes we bring to you and anything else we do on the side. So, of course, check out all the fun socials, Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, all on the Twitter. I'm not calling it X, Elon. Beat it. Check out the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Hit the subscribe button right here on the YouTubes, and then go check us out on the Facebook, Twitters, Instagram, TikToks, everywhere else you can find us. Because I'm telling you, the Facebook is where it is. Because as you say at the beginning of the show, there is a QR code. Click it, scan, and go after the show, because Aftermax is where it's at.
Yes. And speaking of new content, I announced last week before, there was a new Captain's Revenge album coming out soon. When the second album came out, I did an interview with Mike Larkin about all the music. There will be another one coming very soon about the third and fourth albums. Third one's already out, fourth one's coming soon. New single, The Traitor, drops July 4th. And speaking of Mike, he will also be my first guest on a new show that I'm doing called 5 Films to Die For, where I'm basically going to be talking to people about your 5 favorite films of all time. And I couldn't think of a more perfect person to kick it off with than Mike, because we pretty much communicate in movie quotes. Specifically, my cousin Vinny.
Hey.
I shot the clock. Yeah. So, hopefully there'll be a few episodes of that coming soon. But keep an eye out for the interview with Mike. That'll be coming within the next week or so.
I love it.
On top of that, that is it for now. We will see you next week for the Go Home Show to Trivia Takeover. Goodbye. And good night. Bang!
Try really to narrow down 5 movies that are your favorite. That's going to be hard as a bitch.
And now here's Corey on the beach.